Governor Gavin Newsom giving struggling families a sigh of relief, announcing a 90-day grace period for mortgage payments if your family has been affected by the coronavirus pandemic. But what does this mean for you, and how can you take advantage of this new announcement? Well, Brandon Haefele, CEO and president of Catalyst Mortgage, is joining us live from Roseville this morning. Brandon, we talked to you a little earlier on in the week, but this was before the governor made that announcement about the collaboration with banks and putting those mortgage payments on hold. So just break it down for us. What does this mean?
Well, we talked earlier this week about FHFA stepping back on Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loans when it comes to forbearance and, giving some relief to homeowners. But now we're talking about banks doing the same thing. But the important thing here is this could apply for any type of loan that you might have with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and so on. So it doesn't just mean now you're tied to if your loan is a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan. This could mean if you just have any type of even a non-QM loan, meaning a non-traditional mortgage loan, that you might now qualify for forbearance.
Right, so expanding that relief for more people. Okay, so if anybody's watching this and they're wondering, what does forbearance mean? Can you explain that for us?
That's great. So forbearance really means you're putting everything on hold before a foreclosure proceeding, meaning you're not getting to foreclosure if you stop making your payments. You're working it out with your lender that you can actually put a pause on your payments to be able to give you some breathing room while you're going through whatever hardship. But it's important to know that with the forbearance, interest is still accruing or due. So, for instance, on some of these loans, you might have it to be where you have a 90-day payment delay, but then on the 120th day, you might have to make all the payments at once, or they might go ahead and tack that 3-month deferral on the end of your loan. But no matter what, the interest is still due somewhere.
Right, really important to note. So that's something to be cautious of if you are a homeowner and you're thinking about doing this. Another thing you were talking about is this isn't good to just if you're feeling like not making your payment. If you can make your payment, if you are getting an income, you probably should do that.
Right. The big thing here is forbearance is really if you need it. And I strongly urge, really Sacramentans and consumers alike, that if you can make the payment, even if it's a little tight, go ahead and make your payment, because now we're starting to see investors and lenders across the board say, if you've had a forbearance in the past 12 months, you will not qualify for a refinance or purchase. Or if your loan is currently in process of forbearance, you won't qualify for a refinance. So the point is, if you need the forbearance, absolutely take advantage of it. That's what these programs are for. They're to help people through this difficult time, but use it wisely and only if you must.
All right. Thank you so much, Brandon Haefele from Catalyst Mortgage, for breaking that down for us, answering these questions for people who might be confused about what a forbearance is and if they should make their payment. Thanks so much for joining us. And Brandon also noted that if you're thinking about refinancing, just check in with your lender because interest rates are all over the